Hey, what's good, YouTube? Uh, so yeah, I did it again. I was talking to someone, and they're like, "Oh, you should make some elaborate story out of it, like, you got stabbed while out there dealing with the public." Man, heavy hitters don't need to make up no stories. Our story lives are exciting enough, huh? So, this is what happened, Japin. Uh, my fat ass was riding my scooter in the hallway at the hotel, and I went down and I punctured a lung. That's right, punctured a lung. Came to the hospital. They told me, yeah, you punctured a lung. And I was like, oh, great. So I left AMA to go get my computer and do all this, which I'm sure made him really happy. I came back and he asked me, "Did you hit your head?" I said, "Yeah, I hit my head." He said, "How do you know you hit your head?" I said, "Because I told you guys I'm allergic to opiates. When in as much pain as I'm in, all I really want is a shot of Dilaudid." So, anyway, needless to say, the Toradol has worked wonders. It's the strongest I've taken, huh, neighbor? Toradol, man, baby Toradol. So, and Xanax. They've given me Xanax to, chill on the anxiety. But so, let's say we do a reading together, guys. That shot of Dilaudid sure sounded good, though, man. And if ever I was entitled it would have been now. You know what I'm saying? That's right. That's sangre from my ribs. So here I am, all depressed over the breakup between Harriet and I. And the doctor is downstairs. He's being a bit of a jerk, because I already checked out and came back. So he had to do his job twice. Um, so I told him, well, that sounds like a lot of fun when he talked about putting a chest tube in me. And, the jackass tells me, well, I ain't seen no one enjoy it yet. And I'm not going to lie, man. I sat there, thinking about Harriet, being sad, and this and that. And I started to cry a little bit. Big old pussy, you. So I started to cry a little bit, thinking, man, what's gonna happen here? Blah blah blah. And I was in some fear, man, and I asked Odin to fucking watch over me and Thor to protect me, and you know, uh, they did, just not right away. So during the procedure, they rushed me in for surgery, whatever you want to call it. It's called surgery. Uh, they don't put you out, man. They just numb you up, and then they're gonna cut a hole in your between your ribs and then shove a tube in you. Well, as soon as they did it, my O2 stats went good. Everything was good. But I told him, I said, hey, there's something wrong, bud. There's something wrong. And it was showing I was breathing at 100% without oxygen. And he said, there ain't nothing wrong. And I said, there's something wrong, bud. And they all left the room basically. And one guy came back in just as I was passing out. And I heard him say, hey, doc, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. In which case, I ended up flatlining for a minute 17 seconds because the tube wasn't in correctly. It had sucked the oxygen out of the other lung, and, I went out. So, the next thing I hear is, he's getting color back, he's getting color back, he's coming back, he's coming back. So, I come back and I was so there's nothing wrong, huh, bud? And he's all, listen, man, you died, And I was like, is that right? Well, it didn't feel any different than it did right now, so I guess we're cool, Um, I didn't see no, Thor wasn't sitting there, Freya wasn't sitting there, but I'm sure they was kicking it waiting to see if it was final destination time, Um, I don't know. Did come a moment when I was going out that I was just at ease with everything. I was like, all right, whatever's going to be is going to be. And it was funny to hear the nurse go, doc, there is something wrong. Maybe there is something wrong. So all they had to do was reposition the tube just a little bit, and then I was able to breathe again and, came back to life. So still, pretty scary situation. Um, like I said, I've taken nothing but Toradol and Xanax. They wanted me to give you some elaborate story, but heavy hitters don't get down like that, man. We keep it real. So the realness was, I got on my scooter, I was riding in the hallway, had some towels in my hand. I slowed down a little too slow. I started to drop a towel. I went to grab it, and I flipped to the side and ate it. Blam! Right there in the hotel room. And I just laid on the floor for probably 40 minutes. Nobody came, nobody nothing. I, eventually got up and went to my room. And Harriet was coming over, and we just started arguing again as usual. It's just venomous, and I told her I have to go to the hospital. So I did. I came, and then I ended up coming back, and I told her, look, I'm being serious. I have to get back to the hospital. I left AMA, and they have to rush me into surgery. And she still wanted to fight with me the whole time. Where's my letter? Where's this? Where's that? I'm like, are you serious right now? You can't be just kind enough and understanding enough to just be on my team for a second? Which she couldn't. So I guess she's got no love for the badge man after all. None whatsoever. It's all right. She's a great gal and I love her. But I'm just not it for her, I guess. So, which also makes me sad. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to do a reading with you. And we'll go from there. So, let's see what my birthday says. Okay. The power in the group. Our understanding of a higher power is up to us. We can call upon it the program, or we can call it God. Basic Tech, page 24. Many of us have a hard time with the idea of a higher power. Until we fully accept the depth of our own powerlessness, our addiction, once we do, most of us are at least willing to consider seeking the help of some power greater than our disease. The first practical exposure many of us have to that kind of power is in the program. Perhaps that's where we should start in developing our own understanding of a God. Our evidence of the power in the group is the unconditional love shown when members of the program help one another without expectation or reward. The group's collective experience in recovery is itself a power greater than our own. For the group has practical knowledge of what works and what doesn't. And the fact that addicts keep coming to the program day after day is a demonstration of the presence of a higher power. Some attractive, caring force at work that helps addicts stay clean and grow. All these things are evidence of a power that can be found in the program. We look around with an open mind. Each of us will be able to identify other signs of that power. It doesn't matter if we call it God, a higher power, or anything else, just as long as we find a way to incorporate that power into our daily lives. Just for today, I will open my eyes and my mind to a sign of a power that exists in the program. I will call upon that power to help me stay clean. So, I took the Xanax about half an hour ago. It seems to be kicking in. That's great. The Toradol was about the same time, about a half an hour ago. So, when it actually works, the inflammation is chilled out. So, Sandman's in town. We're going to be getting a ton of filming done. Some good editing done. Chris is going to be on it. So, I just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know that I'm human too. And the roughest, toughest Cocoa Puff out there is still me. I'm still the only one that's taken me down. So all you trolls, quit bumping your gums or step to the plate. Anyway, with that said, you guys be careful out there. I tell you all the time, be good to somebody because it may be the last time you see them. I wasn't even sure that I was going to get to see my kids again or anything. And here I was thinking about somebody who didn't give a shit about me. It makes me sad, but hey, it's a slap in reality, right? With that said, you guys, I appreciate all you heavy hitters. Um, I don't know. It is what it is, man. Life is beautiful. Then it's not. Then it's beautiful again. So keep that in mind, man. All right? Uh, what can I say? Some want it to happen, some need it to happen, but heavy hitters make it happen. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to the entire tribe. I'd like to throw a special shout out to Don Coleman over at War. You guys go ahead and catch some of his stuff. He's got a hitchhiker going on right now that his instructions were to give Don a call each and every day to ask Don if it's okay if he gets drunk. And so far, the cat's been living up to his word, and he's been calling Don. So at 30 days, I'm going to throw out his name on here, and we maybe even do an interview with him. Depends on if he's too unselfish to, to give out his story. So with that said, you guys, I appreciate you. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to you all. I wish I would have got some Dilaudid to go with that Xanax, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. That Dilaudid would have just led to more Dilaudid when I left here. So you have to make your own choices, man. My choice was just not to do it today. So with that said, you guys, I'm going to try and find a movie, let this Xanax kick in, and probably catch some Z's for a little while, and then get back to the real world. So with that said, nothing but love and respect. Shout out to the entire tribe. And for those of you that have hit PayPal this month, I really appreciate it because I put myself in a pinch. The rent's going to get paid over there. It's just running a little late like everything else. So with that said, respect. All right? You guys have an awesome day. How do I shut this off? I forget. Okay. I think I hit here.